Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me in the BMW XM Label Red. Now this is one of 500. Just been out in the car and oh my god, I literally can't stop smiling. I'm actually a little bit stunned around it. And share with you what this is like on sort of like UK roads and a little bit of about the XM and about the XM Label Red. Now this has a 4.4 litre V8 hybrid as well, which yeah, so you can actually drive it in electric mode too. And yeah, excited to tell you about this particular car as well. This is one of BMW's UK press cars as well. And yeah, just a little bit around it. As you can see here, it is so nice. Obviously got the new infotainment as well. You still got buttons. You've got very nice BMW key. And yeah, 8-speed auto, 700 and about 50 PS. About 550 of that comes from the 4.4 litre V8, which looks very nice actually. Had a good look under the hood of that. And another sort of 200 comes from the hybrid powertrain. Yeah, it's quick. It's got no problems in that. It's got the 8-speed as well. Very nice. You've got the M1 and M2 modes. I would probably have one in its softest, comfiest kind of modes, and then one in a bit more hardcore. You then got the carbon paddles. Very nice M stitching. Very nice seats, and I'm actually interested to sort of explain this in comparison to a little bit around. I spent some time with an Urus and an Urus Performante, and I've done reviews on that on my channel if you want to check that out. And yeah, having spent a bit of time with this car like on the motorway and on sort of like the back roads, and yeah, sort of checking out a lot further, yeah, just to give you a kind of that kind of aspect of it. Now, one thing I will have to say, you know, this is the top of the range version. In fact, all these cars are actually sold out. You can obviously get the XMs. You know, you can go onto your BMW configurator and order one. The red label, a lot trickier, 500 worldwide. So not too sure how many are actually in the UK. But one thing I have to say, I'm very impressed with the seats. Obviously like massage, heating, every sort of element. And that makes a big difference to sort of like the ride quality as well. This runs on 22-inch wheels. But actually, you know what? I love a sporty car in the sense that it doesn't roll. And that's what I found with this, the XM, it just didn't. Now, granted, this is, you know, this is full M kind of mode. It's going to be a lot firmer. But actually, I found it all right. And I actually found it really good over the bumps. We've got some really like, I mean, it's potholed weather. It's been raining for pretty much the whole of the year. I'm filming this in March 2024. And it's really compliant. It just carries its weight. You know, it's a big car. You know, I believe it's, you know, you're looking at nearly 2.7 tons. It's big, and it's wide, and it's tall, and it sort of like affects your eyes. I've been looking at this from my window as it's been on my drive, and I've sort of been like, wow, this is, that's something else. You can get it in different colors. This is in sort of the special frozen metallic black, which I'll go over all like the details of this specific car. Some things I like the touches here. This is very much like the Urus Performante in terms of the door handles. The quality is good. The Bowers Wilkinson sound system is very good. And like I kind of mentioned before with BMWs, particularly the top of the range stuff, they come very well equipped. So it's very much like a case of you just go for it. You know, you don't have to think about the configuration. You don't have to think about going for that. The only really thing that you have to kind of think about is the color, whether or not you want something slightly more toned down. You know, this car, it's a striking car. There's no denying it. And yeah, potentially, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe it's too big for the UK roads. I'm not so sure actually. I think in on the motorway it was certainly fine. Tight back roads, yeah. But to be honest with you, other cars were getting out the way. That was kind of the main sort of thing of it. And one thing I wanted to really grasp of is, you know, is this kind of livable? Now, I've had a chat with, well, yeah, with the person who's really been experiencing this car with like his daughter and sort of taking it more out with family ones. You know, I'm single and I live on my own, so perhaps for me it's not really the best idea to kind of get a full idea. But for what he found it in terms of living with it, obviously like boot space and stuff like that, it's pretty special. And then you've got also like, you're looking at, it gets a lot of looks. I'm just looking now because there's people just staring at this car. Let's talk about like the quality and touch and finish. It's very high. Now I should stress actually, and I've been told this is actually a pre-production model because this is one of the first ones that obviously came to the UK, but fit and finish is pretty special. And you've got all these leather stitching touches. You've got the cool little red vents as well. And yeah, obviously you can lock that. Two, it's like, it's obviously got the cooling and I believe heating sort of for your cup holders. I love that. That's a really super cool touch. Really nice and special. And yeah, and obviously you've got that kind of like electric mode, and to chat about that, it's a big benefit for benefit in kind tax, so it's a little bit of a potential loophole, even though it has the 4.4 litre V8. So you join me in the back of the XM, and I've actually got the spec sheet here as well to kind of just talk to you a little bit about that. But oh my god, it's so comfy. Look, we've even got pillows. How cool is that? Your XM branded pillows, and I've got to say, here's a lot of space back here. And privacy wise, yeah, you can see how it's quite tinted. The windows, you cannot see in the back at all from the outside. Proper nice. And oh, it's so special, so special. Love you got all the extra sort of like controls here. Very high class, as you'd kind of expect for this kind of value in vehicle. You know, obviously you're looking at around like £171,000 mark for this special edition version. Obviously the XM range start a little bit less than that, so you have your options to kind of go through. I love the blue lighting. You've got that in the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. You've got the roof, looks amazing. Look at that, look at the lights. It's just so amazing. And the thing as well is I kind of move out of the light a little bit. Hopefully I'm not going to get too dark for you guys by moving across here. So I sit in the middle. So I mean, check that out. That is that's a seating position right there. Oh wow, this is super comfy. Yeah, I'm going to make myself at home. Leg room's pretty good. I mean, look at that. You got your little, I'm like a little kid in a sweet shop with this. I've had some pretty cool cars on my drive, and the one that I want to talk about the most is probably the Urus. And this feels a lot more spacious and nice inside, even though it kind of has that sort of slanted sort of style at the back there. Actually, I feel a lot more comfortable and a lot more airier than I have ever done in an Urus. And the seats, basically I'll just go to sleep here. I mean, you can probably get a feel of it, of what it's like on camera. I've got loads of space. I'm about 5'11", and it's proper comfy. I love the little touch of the pillow. That's very nice. I think, yeah, I was speaking to yeah, my friend here, and he was saying his daughter enjoys it, and I can see why. Boot space is pretty big. You get this really cool little bag as well for your little electric plug-in, because obviously it is a plug-in hybrid. But then you can also fill up that 4.4 litre V8. Oh, what an engine. I do my best to try and show you what it's like in the real world, these kind of cars. And I've got to say, I'm so happy I'm sitting here in March 2024. They're making a V8. Yes, they potentially found a little bit of a loophole to sneak it in today's world. But hey, it can run on electric, and hey, it's a hybrid. So there you go. You have no problems with performance. Not that I even need to mention that. You've got 1,000 newton meters of torque and 750 horsepower. So there you go. Instant power, instant go. And actually, my channel is a bit of a community channel. So if you are interested in the XM or other stuff that I talk about, get involved in the comments, or even if you're not, just get involved. Tell me what you think. The big thing for me was a bit of the design. But actually, look at all this. I mean, it's like the roof isn't even flat. The roof's got all these like marks in it. You can see how it sort of grooves in. Oh, it's just super exciting. It's not a pan roof on this, but it is very nice. Wow, I've got to say, and you know, I love like the little corners, because you've got like leather pouching there. You can almost just lean on the side. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking the back even more than the front, even though the front is very nice with sort of like the seats, really strong bolstering to them, as you can kind of see, as I give you a little bit of an idea there. But let's go through the specs that I've got here, and I'll kind of blow this up a little bit more on screen so you can see it a little bit easier. This car, it's got 22-inch wheels. You can, I believe, spec 23s. Actually, that's a good point, actually, on sort of like the noise front. The car is so well insulated and so well refined, and wind noise is like non-existent. You can hear the tyres, but only a little bit. It's not as bad, to be fair, as I've seen, because I checked out 1 or 2 reviews just before I got the experience of this car, just to give me a little bit of an impression. You've got the tow bar, universal remote control, M Sport brakes and red calipers. Oh my god, the brakes are huge. They're hidden behind the wheels on this one, but yeah, no problems in stopping, like no problems in stopping at all. Charging cable, flexible charging, sun protection glass, which I think is really good, particularly if you're probably outside the UK, although it's sunny today. If you're in, say, like the US, America, or wherever, or a sunny climate, maybe in you know, in Europe, south of France or Spain or something like that. Bowers and Wilkinson diamond surround sound. Oh my god, the clarity of it. Wireless charging, DAB radio, M drivers pack, and it's the individual frozen paint is quite cool. It's like this frozen black kind of metallic. But yeah, this is what it's like in the back of an XM, and I've got to say, I could just sit here forever now. This is basically my home. So yeah, super nice at the back here. So as I migrate my way back to the front of the car, it's so nice back there. I was just spending a bit more time back there actually off camera, and I was just like, it's like a home cinema. So luxurious, so spacious. Listen, it is a big car, but it feels big inside. It feels like you can have a little walk around back there. I'm really, really impressed. And yeah, actually spending time with it, the more I've sort of spent time with it, more it's kind of grown on me a lot of things. Me personally, I would probably have like the color toned down even more, if that's just for me, my personal preference. I think a little bit more incognito, but nothing wrong with sort of like the red label. It's obviously a special edition kind of model, and yeah, the big talking point is that engine. I'm glad it's there. It looks cool, it sounds cool, and you just get the feeling that this car it's just gonna work, it's just gonna go. You're not gonna have to sort of like be too fussed, and you can just waft around, and that was a big thing. Very refined, particularly on the motorway. Yeah, it's a very, very cool car, very, very nice, and yeah, lots of like the latest tech as well, and pretty easy to use. And you get like your physical buttons, very, very easy to kind of control and to get used to. And here's your key too. Yes, I'm liking it. I'm happy. There's probably more that I could talk about this car, but you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Actually, that's the big thing, and I'll do my best to help you out. But the way this car's presence on the road, literally it's like parting waves with the traffic. Cars just move out of your way. That's pretty much it. It is very imposing, and you look at its competitors, say like the Range Rover, you look at the SV potentially, or the Lamborghini Urus. This just has that sort of glidey nature to it, and from someone who's looked at this from the outside and been sort of like, well, what is this kind of all about? Now that I've actually spent time with it, I'm sort of like, I get it. It's for more of an extrovert, but then hey, that kind of suits me, and it might suit you as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if I've missed any questions. You know, it's been good in the wet as well. That's one thing to say. It rains a lot here in the UK, see, with the 4-wheel drive, and it just feels just like just built so well, which is unsurprising from BMW, and it's quite a cool model, and I'm interested to see how they're gonna kind of progress this over time. But for now, the Label Red, yeah, it gets a thumbs up from me, and yeah, interested to know if it gets a thumbs up from you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Great to spend time with this car, and yeah, I hope this UK real world impressions review helps you out.